we have a not a brand new, but a newer hip hop artist in the genre who's friends with Grace Graber and also been on tour with Seventh Day Slumber. We have Stuey Blanco here today. Stewie, thank you for joining me today.
What's up, man? Thank you for having me, brother.
And it's great to finally sit down with you after a couple weeks of trying to work this out and everything. We had a couple technical difficulties down the way, but we're here and we're ready. Stewie, for those
Yeah.
don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into the music industry, and like what's your story?
Oh, man. Well, that starts almost 10 years ago. I met Seventh Day Slumber actually at a show in my hometown here in Washington State. And I went to the show and they needed a person to go out on the road with them. And so I did that. And I was already making music at the time and everything. Um, but they really like took me under their wing and got me opportunities for shows and everything like that. And they never were stingy with their opportunities at all. Like they really blessed me to be able to be in the industry, and especially Joseph Rojas. He let me just kind of sit in the right rooms with him and watch how he ran his business and everything like that. So um they're a big part of it. And my older brother, before he passed away sadly, he was a rapper, and so he got me into pretty much everything. Like, I won't name any of the secular artist names, but yeah, like he got me into everybody that I still listen to today, and he got me into all of the things that influence me still. And then as I got older, and especially after he passed, I started digging into the Christian rap genre. First discovering like Tadashi and Trip Lee and Andy Mineo, of course. Like those guys, big inspirations on what I do.
And that Reach Records, old Reach Records is like superior. Like if you're like looking up for like if you're like a Christian hip hop artist wanting to start, Reach Records is like a great like their early years especially are a great place to start. Like dive into those artists like Andy, Tedashi, Tripoli, and everything.
But yeah, dude. Like when I was 6 years old, my dad used to put on shows for Christian rappers, and so I got to be around people really young. Like if you're an OG Christian hip hop head, you know about like John Rubin and Beautiful Eulogy and stuff like that. So like I was around people like that at a really really young age, behind the scenes, and some of them even stayed at my house when I was a kid. So like I was really around it for a long time. And it's funny because my dad, he has nothing to do with the rap scene, let alone the Christian rap scene,
Mm-hmm.
but he just had rappers come stay with us, and then put on shows in our hometown and everything. So it was pretty cool to be around as a kid, and it definitely affected me, obviously, because I mean this is what I do now. So
That's really exciting. Do you have any like favorite? I don't know. If favorite people is a word for it. Let me think. Give me a second. Like favorite memory, or do you have a memory from like any a favorite story from like the time like with your dad, like the Christian rapper? Like, is there something like that inspired you or like stood out? Like, this is really cool.
yeah. I was probably 7 turning 8. um and I saw John Rubin for the first time at a show, and I forget what song it was. I don't know, I don't know any of that. I don't remember any of that anyway. But he was playing this song, and he like was rapping this lyric, and then he said something, and then the lights went out, and then he kept rapping, and then the lights turned back on. And I don't know, as a kid I was just like, that was the coolest thing ever, like, oh my gosh, just freaking out. Yeah, that was one of like my favorite memories, and like I got to be backstage with him and everything, so it was really cool. And I got to be backstage with I don't know if you're familiar with like the Humble Beast camp from a while ago. Like that's like propaganda and stuff like
I know
that. Yeah.
propaganda. Like I know the name, but I don't know on top of like my head.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, a few of those Humble Beast artists, they did a show here too that my dad also helped with. And I got to hang with some of those guys and that was pretty cool.
That sounds really exciting, and like it's cool to see where the Christian hip hop industry was in like 2000, early 2000, and now where we are nowadays. It's grown a lot in the last, at least the last 5 years, I would say, and it's going to continue to grow in general. You just released a new song recently, and you've been working releasing single after single. Can you tell us a little bit about your creative progress of these songs?
Yeah. Um Basically I was just like I want to make uh 3 songs and release them for the entire month of August. And yeah, man, I just really wanted to like pour my heart out in a different way, instead of like the typical, cuz I mean, I release songs almost every single week, sometimes bi-weekly, and sometimes I'll take a little more time in between just to really like build my content up and everything. But really like I had intention, when you're a smaller artist, it doesn't do you justice to really put out a project, because songs can get buried, especially if fans aren't looking for a project from you. So what I wanted to do was just like give people something to um listen to like in a row, that's like a project, but they're still singles, so that way nothing ever gets hidden. um and they're like the 3 songs that I have coming out this month. I only have one more coming out. It's called 10. But they're all meant to be in like a small EP, like, so they all kind of go together. And hopefully when you hear the third one too, you'll kind of see how they all kind of tie in.
That's really cool. And like I see a lot more artists doing that. I think the proper term, correct me if I'm wrong, it's called the umbrella effect now. So they'll release one song, then they'll release the next song, but they'll put the first song in the next like release with the next new release. Then they'll put the third song out. Then they'll have the other 2 releases. They call it like the umbrella effect. I think that's what the name of it is. So it's really cool just to see that, and it's like a more popular trend I've been seeing between these small artists, and it's works really well on Spotify with the algorithm and everything there.
It helps you be consistent too. That's another thing that I'm just in right now. I'm just in my consistency mode. And because like I believe in hard work, like just because you're talented and a Christian doesn't mean that you deserve uh all the accolades and platforms that other people get. Like you have to build what God gave you, and uh like think back to Noah and the ark. It took him a long time to build that ark, and he got hated on the whole time he was building it too. And so I kind of think of it that way. Just like, you know what, it's gonna take time. I have to just keep trusting God behind the scenes and keep putting out content, keep putting out pieces of the arc,
Right.
and just keep building. And so, that's another reason why the 3 songs for the month of August is kind of a thing right now, just to not shy away from the hard work that needs to be done when you are an artist, because because of the internet and everything, it's a very saturated market. So it's tougher to stick out than it used to be.
It is, and the internet's been changing. Like the streaming, like I think TikTok is a big platform now. I've talked about this a lot before. Like that's one way the music industry grows too.
Hmm.
It's just crazy how much things grow in like a year. Like from like if we talk this time next year, like everything's going to change again. So there's no like there's consistency, but every in the genre now they pull you different. Like, oh, try a pop song, try a country song, try a rap song. Like it's every genre now. Like you look at Brandon Lake's. I always give Brandon Lake for an example, just because everyone knows who he is. But he has like worship, he has pop, he has country, he has rock. Then he kind of tried to dive into hip hop and everything in the songs, and it's just all over the place.
Forrest Frank, I mean,
Yeah.
he's multi-talented artist, and like, you know, he can write the best pop song you've ever heard, but then he can also rap. Like, I really hope nobody who listens to Forrest Frank sleeps on how good of a rapper that man is.
And if you want to hear Forrest Frank rap, I think he has some rap parts in his band Surfaces before he became like. I mean, Forrest Frank's his real name, but before he went Forrest Frank, he was with Surfaces music and everything.
Yeah, dude. They got some bops too, man. They got some bops.
And definitely, and for people that haven't checked out your music, Stewie, how would you describe your music style for those who are now like, oh, I want to check out Stewie's music, and for those who are that are listening, watching?
Um, I would describe it as I don't want to get too I don't want to get too technical or whatever, but I guess you could describe it as like what I would call it is trap neo soul. That's what I would call it.
And
Yeah, because like I have a lot of moments where like I'll have songs that are just like straight R&B, and like even some of my harder rap songs, I use a lot of R&B samples and like everything. So like yeah, like trap, neo soul, R&B probably is like how I describe it. You know.
and do you have a message for like any aspiring like artists in the industry, or like some just people in the industry? Do you have, or like say like if there was a younger version of you and they want to make it do something in the industry, they're upcoming hip hop artists, but they don't know how to do. Do you have like any advice or wisdom you would like to share with them?
Um, if God gave you the vision, then just stick with it despite what anybody says to you. You don't need people to believe in you in order to carry out something that God gave you. You know, and that's a very big misconception, is that you need a whole group of people in order to do this. And I see a lot of people saying like, oh man, I gotta wait till I get a better camera, or I gotta wait till this and wait till that. Like there's very popular artists right now who make music on their phone and it sounds great, you know? So there's no excuses really, and so yeah, that's something I would tell a new or a younger version of me. Just like don't look at what you don't have, look at what you do have and utilize it to the best of your ability, and just follow God's plan for your life, because that's all you got to do.
I'm into that, and
Easier said than done though. It definitely
exactly,
is.
exactly. And from there, like I know we talked a little bit like about the EP you're trying to release, like the new song, like, and you're trying to layer them up. Do you have anything else you're looking forward to for the next year or two, like what in your music journey? Is there something you're like passionate about? You're hoping to see?
Yeah, we got another tour with Seventh Day Slumber and Grace Graber coming up in September. I think you probably saw the dates for that. I'm
I don't
not
know if I've
sure.
seen the dates, but I saw the poster, or I get emails like
Yeah,
"Come to our city" or whatever.
yeah, okay, okay,
Those
yeah,
emails, like the
yeah,
marketing emails.
yeah, yeah. No, we got a show coming up in Bryan, Texas. I'm really, really excited for that. Um, Yeah, I got more tours, more bookings, you know, like just single shows that I'm really, really excited for. I'm really excited to dig into that. You know, and I have a new team now, you know, that's something that I didn't have before. And so especially in this latter part of the year, I'm really excited to see what happens, you know, and obviously I'm excited for next year, but like really this latter part of the year, I'm really excited to see what happens and see how God elevates from here, because, you know, now I have a team and a machine that I didn't have before. You know, I was just doing everything on my own, which there's nothing wrong with that, but now that I have a team and a machine kind of working behind me, it helps so much. So
Feel that. That's how I kind of working. Like shout out to Matt. You know who Matt is. I think you've been talking to Matt, and I don't know if you met his partner John. Have you met his partner John?
Me and John talk extensively. I'd say probably a couple times a week. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. So like we're kind of working with the same people, so it's really cool to see. And that's kind of how we got connected, actually. So shout out to Matt and John if
Yeah.
they're watching. They're great people.
They are the
Um,
best people.
they're
And
great.
I'm jealous of Matt right now because he's at Holy Smoke without me. And I'm really jealous right now.
And it's exciting to see. And I'm excited for you having a team and see what's next for you. At the 20th end of 2025, early 2026. It's going to be great. The year's going to end with the bang. It's going to be here before you know it, but it's going to be a great last 4 months and 2 weeks, I guess. I just forgot we're like halfway through August already.
Wait, how many more months of the year do we have now?
Like we have like 4 months and 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. That's nuts. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time goes by fast, I guess, when you're having fun or being a creative, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't stop working, so whenever I like take a second to really think about it, I'm like, "Oh my gosh. We're already like almost through August. Like this is crazy."